children. In the previous videos, we were studying about chapter 2, the sexual reproduction in flowering plants, isn't it? In that, we have studied about the structure of ovule. Do you remember where ovules are present? Ovules are present in the ovary of the female part of the flower. What is the female part of the flower? Carpels, isn't it? Each carpel is having what? Style, stigma and ovary. And inside the ovary, ovules are located. And ovules are having the various parts. Do you remember? These are the integument, okay? Then micropylar region, chalaza. Then what? You can see the funicle here and the hilum here. Okay, so these are the parts of what? The ovules. Okay, now let's see in the ovule. When in the initial stages of the development of the ovule, you cannot see any embryo sac here. Here it is marked, but this is the diagram of a mature ovule. And in the case of what or in the initial stages of the development of the ovule, you cannot see this embryo sac. You can see only integuments, which is protecting some parenchyma cells here. That cells are known as nucellus. Okay, nucellus. And as the embryo, the ovule development advances, you can see that from the micropylar region, okay, some of the cells will become the megaspore mother cell. Okay, it will become the megaspore mother cell, and this megaspore mother cell undergoes reductional division. Okay, because gametes are always formed after what? Meiosis. So megaspore mother cells undergoes what? Meiosis and produce what? Megaspores. Okay, so if a megaspore mother cell undergo meiosis, how many megaspores will be formed? 4, isn't it? Because after meiotic division, how many cells will form? 4 cells will form. Understood? And this process is known as megasporogenesis. Okay, so what is megasporogenesis? Megasporogenesis is the process of formation of megaspores, okay, from the microspore mother cell. Okay, that process is called what? Megasporogenesis. Okay, so then what happened? So the process of formation of megaspores, okay, megaspores from the megaspore mother cell is known as what? Megasporogenesis. Okay, so usually ovules will develop only a single megaspore mother cell, and they will undergo what? Meiosis to form what? 4 megaspores. Okay, 4 megaspores will be formed, and this megaspores formed, out of all the megaspores formed, you can only one will survive. Okay, and the other 3 will get what? Degenerate. On the other hand, in male this one microspore development, okay, microspore mother cells will undergo meiosis, and each of that, isn't it, the cells formed after meiosis, that is 4 microspores will form, and all of them will be viable, and they will be in the form of tetrads. We have studied there, isn't it? But in this case, only one will be functional, and the other 3 will get degenerate. Okay, and the functional megaspore develop into female gametophyte or embryo sac. Okay, so this method of embryo sac formation, that is megaspore mother cell will undergo meiosis and produce 4 megaspores, and out of that 3 of them will get degenerate, and only one will become the functional one, which develop into female gametophyte. Okay, or embryo sac. Female gametophyte is also known as what? Embryo sac. Okay, so this kind of development is known as monosporic development. Okay, what is it? Monosporic development. Okay, monosporic development means what then? As the embryo sac or female gametophyte is developed from a single megaspore. Okay, out of the 4 megaspores developed. Okay, so this process is, or this kind of development is known as monosporic development. Okay, now let's see how this female gametophyte is formed. Okay, female gametophyte, how it is formed. So you can see that the megaspore mother cell, okay, here that undergoes what? This is the is the micropylar end, and here the megaspore mother cell develops. Okay, that divides into by meiotic division and form what? Actually here only 2 is shown, and here you can see 4 megaspores. Okay, but out of this 3 of this will get degenerate and only 1 will become functional. Now we are going to see what happens in this one functional megaspore. Okay, so you can see here megaspore's nucleus will undergo mitotic division. Okay, once mitotic division happens means it will get divided into 2, isn't it? 2 nucleus. And now again one more mitotic division. Then what will happen? It will get converted into, or it will be changed into 4 nucleus, okay, within same cytoplasm. Now one more mitotic division. Okay, so one cell, if it undergoes mitotic division, what will happen? 2 cells will form, isn't it? And if this 2 cells again undergo one more mitotic division, what will happen? This cell will become 2, isn't it? And this also will become 2. So likewise 4 will form. Understood? Now each of this will undergo what? One more mitotic division, means 4 cells will become 8. So in the cytoplasm you can see what? 8 cells, and this type of cell division is known as free nuclear division, means there is no cell wall formation after each mitosis. So in a megaspore, okay, 8 nuclei will form, and this will be followed by what? The cell wall formation. Okay, so after cell wall formation you can see that 4 cells are there on the one pole, and the other 4 are there in the other pole. Out of this, 3 will migrate to this region and 3 will migrate to this region. Okay, so as it migrates, okay, what cell wall formation also takes place, and you can see that in the chalazal end, okay, antipodal cells will form. Antipodal cells, 3 antipodal cells will be there. Okay, and it will be what? Cell wall formation also takes place, and it will be 3 cells. Okay, 3 cells of antipodals. Then now you see in the other pole, that is 2 of them will become synergids. Okay, what it is? Synergids, they will form. And then what? Another one will form the egg. Okay, so egg is formed in one pole along with 2 synergids. That forms the egg apparatus. Okay, so this much, that is synergids, okay, and the egg cell together is known as what? The egg apparatus. So this much is the egg apparatus. Okay, and so 3 plus 3, 6 is over. How many nuclei are formed? 8. And now you can see that 2 nuclei will remain in the center. One came from this pole and the other will come from this pole. So this is known as the polar nuclei. Okay, polar nuclei, and that will not be followed by that. After their migration into the center, they will not be separated by a cell wall. So you can see in the same cell 2 nuclei will be there. Okay, so this is known as the central cell with the 2 polar nuclei. Okay, so this is the structure of embryo sac. So if anyone asked, okay, or in the exam if it is asked, explain the structure of embryo sac, what you have to explain? The embryo sac contains how many nuclei? 8 nuclei and 7 cells, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 cells and 8 nuclei. Okay, so in the chalazel region 3 antipodals will be there, and in the micropylar end 2 synergids plus 1 egg cell. Okay, this form the egg apparatus, and in the center you can find what? The central cell with 2 polar nuclei. So this is the structure of what? Female gametophyte or embryo sac. Is it clear? Then, so near to the egg apparatus, that is in the synergids, okay, you can see some special cellular thickening. Okay, special cellular thickening we can see, that are known as the filiform apparatus. Okay, filiform apparatus, and this filiform apparatus plays an important role in guiding the pollen tube towards the egg cell, guiding the pollen tube towards the egg cell through the synergids. Is it clear? So filiform apparatus function was asked once, okay, in the exam. So what is it? What is filiform apparatus? That is, in the synergids, okay, they have certain special cellular thickening at the micropylar tip that guides the pollen tube. From where this pollen tube comes now? Pollen tube comes only after the germination of pollen grain on the stigma, isn't it? After pollination, that much we have not studied, but still remember, after pollination, pollen grains will be on the stigma, and from the stigma pollen grain will germinate in the form of a tube, and it will come all through the style and reaches to the ovary, isn't it? And it will enter into the ovule. So for this pollen tube to enter into the egg apparatus or into the egg, this filiform apparatus of synergids helps to guide them. Okay, so that is the function of what? Filiform apparatus. Okay, so let's recollect all the portions that we have studied. So from where we have started? The structure of flower, isn't it? And in that we were studying about the male part of the flower in detail, isn't it? Male part is stamen containing what? The filament, anther, okay, and anther, and each anther is having 2 lobes, isn't it? And inside the lobes or theca, you can see what? The microsporangium or pollen sac, isn't it? And inside that, do you remember the structure of microsporangium? Wall layers, okay, so sporogenous tissues, remember? And inside that sporogenous tissues, the sporogenous tissues will become the pollen grains, isn't it? So that much we learned about what? About the male part of the flower. And female part are known as what? Carpels. Each carpel is having what? Stigma, style, and ovary. Ovary is having many ovules or single ovule, that depends on the species. Now each ovule structure, if it is asked, what you will have to write? Integuments, okay, then micropyle, chalaza, then embryo sac, nucellus, all this. Clear? Now we studied about the megasporogenesis, how megasporogenesis happens, isn't it? And then we have studied about the the female gametophyte structure and the development of embryo sac. Okay, embryo sac or female gametophyte, how it developed. What you will have to write then? The nucleus of the megaspore, functional megaspore, divides 3 times mitotically and form 8 nuclei. Okay, this division is simply free nuclear without any cell wall formation. Out of the 8 nuclei formed, 3 will be shifted to one pole and the other will be shifted to the other pole. Then what happens? Out of the 4 cells in each pole, one will move to the center. Okay, and this will be followed by the cell wall formation. So after cell wall formation, you can see that in the Chalasa region, 3 cells will be there. They are known as the antipodals. And in the micropylar region, you can see 3 cells, that is 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. This forms the egg apparatus. Okay, and in the center there will be a cell known as central cell with 2 nuclei, and that 2 nuclei are known as polar nuclei. Okay, so this is the structure of a female embryo sac. Okay, development, if it is asked, you have to write out the divisions. Is it clear? Okay, now we are going to start a new topic, that is pollination. Okay, so what is pollination? Pollination is the process